let's talk community, Haxe community. We know that we don't excel there yet, so we would like to know what are your impressions about the community. And the first question is actually, what is the community giving to you? What do you get from the community?
Well, I think if it was not from the community, I think you will not be there, I will not be there, and Haxe will not be there definitely. Because, you know, when you write software, open source software, what keeps you going on in the first place is the feedback of the people, and the people actually using it. I don't know any, like, if you're doing it for your own, you can do things, but if you want to make it grow and do much more things than these things you are just, for yourself, then you need community for that, because first they will help with the code, with the reports, and then they help with the motivation in general. So, well, it's really exciting for me to see how far we went this last years, and I expect that we keep on going on increasing the number of people using Haxe and all these things.
Yeah, you pretty much covered it all already. I don't have much to add. It's just great to see that so many people are interested in Haxe, and it gives us really nice feeling of that what we do is really worth something, and it helps a lot of people, and that's just such a nice feeling, and it makes working on things, even in times when it's a bit annoying, there's a reason to do it, and that's why this community is so great, and it's great and it's grateful, and that's really one thing I like about this community.
Okay, so I don't like very much people, but no.
People don't like
you. Yeah, people don't like me either. So, but no, that's right. I don't really write. I don't really contribute to code in Haxe, but I write my own free software other communities, and but I use Haxe a lot. I love it too. But what I really like in organizing workshops or the Haxe Conference is meeting very highly motivated and qualified and interesting, and people like you, in fact. So for me, it has a real. It's very important to meet, and online life, like on the social networks, is also very important. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So next question is, how do you imagine the community in 5 years? So what would you like to see in 5 years happening in the Haxe community?
Well, bigger. Maybe like the full, like 10 times or 20 times this size conference. Well, I mean, big conferences and more people. I'm sure that we have the potential for Haxe to make it big, a lot bigger. I mean, everybody speaker that has a lot of people who are saying that, and that's what we are aiming for. At the same time, I know I've been to different conferences and different before in the Flash community, and the biggest ones makes things very different, because you have then a lot of audience and people don't know each other as well as most of you I know about. So I'm sure it will change also this. So I don't know if I should regret it or not. At least like many of them, if we get there. So yeah, but, I mean, from the community, I feel that it's there's things that gets organized in better ways. I mean, with the GitHub, for instance, we get more people contributing to the compiler more than we had before. And so I think and then sometimes there's a lot of work also going on the different, not really core Haxe technology, in the libraries, like Foundry or Benefels. That's a bit beyond what we are seeing exactly on a daily basis. So yeah, for me, I like to see suddenly new things pop up, and you see a lot of people have been working for months on doing something which was really under the radar, and that you just suddenly pops and it's great. So it's like, I like surprise. So keep making me surprised.
What was the question? Right, the community. Yeah, I would also like to see it grow even bigger, but I also would like to see that we maintain a certain quality like we have right now. For instance, the IRC channel we have is one of the nicest IRC channels I know. There are so many people there who just like to help, and there's no sentiment like, oh, that's such a new question or something, what you find in other areas sometimes. So that's something I would like to see being maintained, and not just there, but also in the news group and everywhere. So if we can keep up the quality of our community, I would be really grateful for that.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't thought about quality, but you're right. It's very important not to be, that's just another language in the cross-platform scene. We have a real identity, so we should keep it, I think. But also, I hope that we'll be able to stay united and not to have some small wars of business, not business, people who hate this, people who need it, and that that Haxe will stay very free like it is right now, and nobody will try to. Yeah, I hope people will really. There will be many different ways of earning money with it, because we all earn money with Haxe, not all, but most of us, and also we want to keep it common. So it's like a table where everybody puts things, and I really would like people to continue putting things without thinking how much will it bring back to me, how much money or how much fame or whatever. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. So a couple of things. First, Simon lives in the chat room, so he's 23 hours a day. He is on the IRC channel.
But he's asleep there.
Yeah. And he answers when he's asleep, which is So if you are not using the chat room, use it, because it's exceptional. He's right. It was, I think, last year was an average of 40 people, which was already impressive. I think now it's 120. And so use it. It's a very good way to get an answer really quick. Not that the mailing list is low, because it's now the mailing list is super fast, but there is that too. And about the wars, yeah, there are people that want short landings, just saying. Crazy people. We want it. So next question is what the community can do right now to enhance the Haxe power domination in the world. What the community can do to help us, to help you to get bigger and stronger.
Right ID support,
IntelliJ?
Yeah, one of the things we want to do is to kind of, we've been discussing all weekend with a lot of different people, and so we want somehow to define a list of priorities, things that are important for us. And if possible, I know it's not always easy, we want people to kind of follow the way we are showing, and because we can't do it by ourselves. So for instance, if we decide, for instance, that MTG is a priority, we want really as much people to get on board with us in that and help with us on this. And not have, I want to start another editor or something, which is, okay, I'm not forbidding anybody to do anything of this kind, but I think we, as a community, we need somehow to find ways to work together better I felt that in several areas, and IDEO is one of them, there's too much like fragmentation already. And well, we managed to avoid fragmentation in some cases, such as OpenFL, but we want also to be able to focus more on what is important for Haxe and how people can help in that area, in that direction. So we will give the pointers, and you are free to follow them.
Another thing the community can do is promote Haxe. Like, I'm sure most of you already do that in some way, but it's one thing where we're really bad at. It's like communicating what we are and what we do. It should be better now that we have the new website. So if you feel like you want to show people what you're doing with Haxe, then just show them. We have this awesome new site, which was a lot of work, and it has really nice content. It looks good. So go ahead, show people Haxe and promote it.
Just one small thing. Yeah, regarding promotion. I think it's important for when I present Haxe, to you it's okay because you know me and you know Haxe and you already convinced. So I'm just showing you the new stuff, cool stuff we have, and you're happy with that. If I go to the conference, it's just one guy saying kind of his own language or something. So I think it's much more important for you to go to the conference and show the things that we're building, to show maybe to criticize something and say there is no shortcoming that, but this language is too great, all this kind of thing. And I think it has much more impact if you do that than if I do it, for instance. So try to bring the world outside, not only keep the work going on inside the Haxe community, bringing it outside and bring people to Haxe. Build bridge.
Thank you, because that's exactly what we do at Silex Labs. So I know you know that. So about that, we do maybe 1 or 2 workshops for initiations to Haxe, to developers of all kind of developers, and even people who are not developers yet. So we call that the Haxtelier, which are Haxe workshops. So it's after work, and it's really nice. We meet nice people who usually come from Java or Flash or yeah, and they want, or JavaScript developer who wants to go to the cross-platform or to the native platforms. And so what we, and the Haxe conference, of course. Haxpero, of course. Jean-Baptiste here with Knowledge Player, they motivated the Haxpero, which is now a great tradition in Paris. And yeah, what we need is exactly what you say, that people show off a little bit with Haxe, sell it to their bosses. So there is the great presentation of Massive Interactive 2 years ago about how to sell Haxe, which is great. And also we really would need, what we would need in fact from the community is just to retweet, to talk about it on the social networks, because word of mouth is very important, but also social networks, we are very poor. The Haxe community is not so reactive, and that's, so just follow what the foundation does and what we do, and help us spread the word in the whole world. So that's it. And also, just to say, we don't really ask people to pay something. You saw that the Haxe conference is really, it doesn't even cover the night we had yesterday night, the party. Of course, it doesn't, not even a tenth of it. But we financed it with our own money, a little bit from Haxe Foundation. I know this was not a good year, so it was really what you could give, but some companies gave us also, like Franck Moutardier with WiseApps, and also Thomas there with his company. And yeah, thank you very much, because I just wanted to, and Clémos too, Clémos Mr. Sublime, And they did that. What is interesting, it's not community member who give. It's more people who come to the workshops or to the Haxe Conference, and they meet other people, and then they do business with them. And that's what happened for you, right? And so they gave money to us just so that we can continue, and that's what paid for our great party yesterday night. So, for example, I know, Thibaut, that you tried, but companies who come, it's not mandatory. We don't really. It's not like there is a fee, and if you don't pay, you can come and do business with people here. It's not like that at all. But we just love it when, for example, maybe if Salesforce, you can hire people from the conference, then maybe it's good to be member of the Silex Labs. But you people, if you want to give more, because some people want, and I say usually just go to the website and make a donation, but you don't have to. So that's the point. It's more important for you to spread the word to the world and to follow the direction, as you said, and to give directions to give your opinion and to help us in that way. It's the greatest way we can expect.
But also give money. A personal thing, actually it's not personal, I maintain the Xlang handle on Twitter. I'm very poor at it, I admit it. But if you tweet something about Haxe, always remember to use the hashtag Haxe, and I will most likely retweet it. If I don't, it's just because I don't use the computer that day. Or direct to Hexlang, the handle, and it will be retweeted. So, and sometimes I follow anyone, so it's a mess. I cannot really follow any. I follow because I think it's good to give back, and what I do is searching for the hashtag Haxe and see if there is anything interesting. So remember to do it. Questions from the audience? There.
Any questions?
I think, coming in from outside, I think Haxe community is incredibly strong technically. There's no doubt about that in my mind. But it's perhaps weak in terms of marketing the fact that it's so strong. Yeah? And everything you've said about marketing is completely correct, but it lacks an overview, an overarching plan. And I think you need to have a marketing plan. So, for instance, I would expect there to be, in every country perhaps, some Haxers who are happy to go and speak at conferences. So that when a conference comes up, you can try and get some people to volunteer to go and speak, because it's that personal contact that sparks initial interest. So, let's make a plan, guys. I spoke at FOSDEM. I spoke at FOSDEM last year. I spoke at FOSDEM, when was it? In February, I think. And that was really successful. And I really expected to see you guys there. FOSDEM is free and open source software. Yeah? And it would be great to be there next year, to have a stand, to be giving out the t-shirts, to be showing everybody, wow, you can do this stuff. Because this is such a gee whiz app. You do the program, you say, hey, and it runs on this and this and this, and by the time you've got to the fourth one, everyone's going, whoa! And you get to the 8th platform it's on, and they're just spaced out. You know, it's an easy sell once you can get in front of people. Sorry, thank you.
That's actually a very good idea. I personally have a meetup in Boulder, and I will introduce Haxe in one of the next events, but Boulder is tiny, so I mean, it's something. So there is a meetup in San Francisco, there is a meetup here in Paris, actually 2? No.
Oh,
many.
Many.
No, Haxe-related meetups.
Yeah, each month and the workshop. Each month we have the Haxe, and we have many workshops.
But don't speak at the Haxe events.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the other. Yeah, we try to go, for example, in other what was it? Vim Meetup in Paris. We went there and we talked about Haxe, of course. We went to several events like that. SEO, I don't know, where we met a lot of webmasters, and it was really nice. And you remember we spoke with Clemos, and everybody knew that we came from Silex Labs with Haxe and with Silex, and we tried to spread the word. So that's it.
Webmasters, they still exist.
That's why they need to know. They need to know there is a light.
Other questions? Yep.
We speak here about user and maybe individual user, but is there a plan for companies? I know that one big companies can change the idea about one programming language. Like, I don't know if maybe in time engineering, like people say, oh, that's great, and I think that will be a booming number of users. I hope TiVo will make that kind of effect and will promote Haxe by a great program. Have you like some sponsorship with a company, or maybe like trying to train some employees of the company to spread the word here?
It's pretty hard. There's several questions in your question. The first one, okay, as of involving companies in X promotion, we definitely want to do that. I feel that the things that we're showing, and especially once it's released and everybody has it, it gets more real. It's not about we are doing this, it's we've done it, and I think we definitely want to showcase that much more, and not only to the X people, but outside of the X community. So we talk with TiVo and make some marketing plan for that to bring the success story so that everybody can, really learn about it. So we definitely have to do something about it. I think we have all other success stories that can be, Space being one of the Games of the Year things, and it's also writing OpenFL. We have Nickelodeon and Disney making games with family. We have all this kind of success story. We just need to find. It's a lot of work actually if you want to properly market it. I actually, to be honest, I'm a compiler writer and language designer, so I'm not. I have a bit of marketing. I'm doing a bit of marketing for my company. It's just we need help for that. So if people want to help with it, we're perfectly fine. We want to get in touch with you. So, and if you know somebody that we can maybe hire to get help as well, good. Okay. I think I have answered all the aspect of it. Is it okay?
Yeah, thank you.
And just to let you know that at Silex Labs we do marketing workshops for people who have projects, and of course we like the free projects, and the goal is to teach how to market something, to talk about something, and it's very important to have a common language, a way to explain things easily and to make people want to use it, of course, and the website.
So I just want to follow up on your question. I just want to be very explicit on where we stand. At TiVo, I don't suffer from the delusion that we're Google or can move the world in terms of programming languages, but we definitely do want to shout out about how Haxe worked for us. We need to ship first. So everything I showed you today, like if we have savvy customers or investors and they watch the stream, they will learn things about a product we haven't shipped. So, and maybe more now, so I should be careful, I'm sort of highlighting it, but it's not that far away, and I think like if there's a little groundswell of interest, that actually works fine for us. But once this is in the market, like I get my marketing guys' permission, and then we definitely will be very open about what we've done. We want it to be open as much as we could here. I think I showed you demos that some people in my company haven't seen yet. They're not even real products. Right? So, but I just do want to be very clear. Again, I don't think we can I don't, again, I don't suffer from delusions like we can move the dial for everyone, but we'll do what we can. And we're actually also, I mean, I am talking to the business side of our company. Actually, it's quite cool, I think. They're coming to me saying, why aren't we out talking about this? Like, they're starting to figure out what the technology can do. It's taken them a long time, right? We've been working on this for a year and a half, and they're starting to see the benefits in the product lines and the opportunities that it will make for the business. And they're going, why am I going to a customer and they're telling me they want me to use this technology? I should be telling them they need to invest in your technology, like the stuff you guys are building. Like in a lot of the relationships today, it's working the other way. I mean, I could use the names of the technologies, it wouldn't matter. They're kind of TD, MSO specific things. But I think we, as much as we can, we'd like to capture the sort of thought leadership in those arguments. And we don't have a really formal plan yet for that, but we've started talking about it. So I guess my last bit would be to pitch to all of you guys. If I didn't meet you specifically, or if I didn't trade a card with you, come get a card from me, or look me up on Twitter or whatever, and reach out to me. So if we can plan coordinated attacks on other conferences or shows, meetups, etc., I'm happy to try to help coordinate.
Question, guys? Yes.
Yeah. So, do we have some statistics on the number of Haxe downloads and how they go month to month, and can we spot any correlation to anything, so we know what to do more of and what to do maybe less of?
We have Google Analytics on the website for years, but we're not looking much at it, to be honest. So it's a bit hard to evaluate. I'm not sure Google Analytics can track the number of downloads on the exhibitor. So yeah, this is really. Yeah, it's quite okay. So we will do it, and we need to be done on this. Now I think that up to last year, we were really focusing on the technology. Up to 3.0, it was really always technology first. And last year, it was quite with the start of the Haxe Foundation, it was really turn around. First because we got Simon to help with the technology. So now that somehow free my mind. It's really helped me in the thing that it frees my mind to think about other things. And sometimes these other things are also technology, but sometimes it's not. And it's kind of thing we need to do something like that. I just wanted to add something before, like having big companies backing up you is nice, and we want to have more of them. But we also want to keep our independence in that area. You see that, for instance, Microsoft like TypeScript and Google have Dart, and I think Mozilla they are more in the unscripted thing. And for the users, it's like choosing the camp somehow. And I think actually the core idea of Haxe is that you don't have to choose a camp. You have freedom of platform, and so that means you have to keep independence as well on this area.
And just some more insight that we can give from Silex Labs perspective is that there were for this event like 1,000 followers of the live stream. On that we just reached 2,000 tweets. Yeah, we can see
So in the Google Analytics, we have once seen a very good peak with the Try Haxe initiative. Probably was us using it more. It also got some visibility outside. I'm pretty sure of it. And actually, from that point, the analytics stayed pretty high compared to before, of course. And there was something else, but my brain is small, and I don't remember. Okay, more questions?
You know, we had a community manager right there, you know?
Well,
yeah. So that's important too for communication. But anyway.
Honestly, like, no, that was really good because, like, actually, like, you know, yesterday we asked you to tweet and stuff like that, and we did actually make some goals, and we did actually reach like 2006 tweets for 2 days. That's really, really good. So I would like to thank you, all of you, for like tweeting, retweeting, and stuff like that.
Thanks.
And that's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So about the editors, once more. One thing that I personally think that was difficult for us was that it was almost impossible to have an editor that was expanded with a hex, in hex. But now that is not true anymore. We have Atom that uses JavaScript for plugins. We have Python, and so we can do Sublime and other editors. We have Java, so we could potentially write plugins for Java editors. So there are no more excuses to now not do it. I mean, it was true 2 years ago, now it's not. That's it. Oh,
Just to follow your intervention, do you think we should like focus on one editor and just put all our community effort on that, or just not choose a side and just write plugin for all the editors you can find, so you can do Haxe with like anything?
So, I will answer. My personal opinion is that we should focus on something to add something really good. And my personal opinion, even if I use Sublime, is probably to go with Atom, because it seems to be open, seems to be flexible. JavaScript is an easy target for anyone, so maybe it's the good solution. But that is my personal opinion.
My own conclusion from the things we've been discussing in the past days is that we have two kind of different entry points. We have like the kind of a lone programmer, you know. You just land on the website and you want something to try and you want to do something that works, okay? So for him we need like something such as hide, something easy, which is well integrated with Haxe. For instance, you will just write a code, use compile and run, and it will detect which platform you are using and launch, either a browser or a Flash plugin or display a command line if it looks, depending on the package you are using. And we can make tutorials based on that, and people can, you know, it's kind of a get started idea. And we don't need the full feature of things, we don't need refactoring, we don't need all these things. We just need, you know, something that gives a nice experience for the user. That's one case, and I would say that maybe Hide is a good candidate for that. Maybe there's other, but maybe we should focus on Hide at the moment. That's one case. And then one other case on the other side of the spectrum of users, which is really, you know, big teams having a lot of large projects and a lot of dependencies and needs refactoring and a lot of tooling. And I think IntelliJ is maybe a good choice for that because people know it already. We will not create another one or adopt something which is very new and maybe cool, but nobody uses it. So, but I mean, so my advice, the way I see things, I don't completely think about it, but my advice as a group would be we should focus on these two things and have different goals for them. First, we should have a really nice experience for the getting started thing, and the other would be like more features and more advanced tooling and tool integration and everything.
So we should call it. Time of death, I don't know. Thank you all. It was awesome.